Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something you'll definitely encounter in your nursing career, IVIG, which stands for intravenous immunoglobulin. So, what exactly is IVIG? Think of it as a powerful boost for the immune system. It's a blood product created from the pooled plasma of thousands of healthy donors. This means it's packed with a huge variety of antibodies that are crucial for helping to regulate and support the body's immune functions. You'll see IVIG used for a wide range of conditions. It's a go-to for autoimmune diseases like Guillain-Barré syndrome, where the immune system attacks the nerves. It's also used for primary immune deficiencies, where someone's body doesn't produce enough antibodies on its own. Beyond that, it helps fight certain serious infections and can even be part of the treatment plan for cancers like multiple myeloma. How does it work its magic? IVIG provides what we call passive immunity. It essentially gives the body a ready-made supply of antibodies. These antibodies can neutralize harmful ones that are causing trouble, and they also help to calm down an overactive immune response, reducing inflammation and helping the body fight off diseases more effectively. Now, let's talk about administration, which is where your role as a nurse is critical. Safety is always number one. We always start the infusion at a very low rate to monitor for any adverse reactions. A typical starting rate is around 0.01 to 0.02 milliliters per kilogram per minute for the first 30 minutes. If your patient is doing well, with no signs of a reaction, you can then begin to gradually increase the rate. Usually, we'll double it every 30 to 60 minutes, carefully watching the patient with each step up. The goal is to reach a target infusion rate, but the maximum rate generally shouldn't exceed 0.08 to 0.1 milliliters per kilogram per minute. And this always depends on the patient's tolerance and your hospital's specific protocols. Of course, with any infusion, we need to be vigilant about potential side effects. Some common, milder reactions include headaches, chills, or a low-grade fever. However, more serious reactions can happen, like kidney issues, especially in patients who already have renal problems. This is exactly why that slow start and constant monitoring are so important. You'll be checking vital signs frequently and assessing your patient for any signs of distress throughout the entire infusion. To wrap it up, IVIG is an incredible therapy that has changed a lot of lives. As nurses, understanding how to administer it safely and effectively is key to ensuring our patients get the full benefit. We hope this video gave you a clearer, more confident understanding of IVIG administration. If you found this helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more nursing content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.